Hello everyone. Welcome to Daily English Listening. Traveling to new places can be full of surprises. Sometimes, even the smallest towns can bring unexpected experiences. While big cities are often busy and exciting, small towns have their own quiet charm and unique atmosphere. Today, I would like to share a story about the time I got lost in a small town. It happened during a short trip I took a few years ago. I had planned to visit a nearby town that I had never been to before. I had heard that it was peaceful, with beautiful streets and friendly people. I decided to spend a day there to relax and explore. When I arrived, the town looked exactly as I had imagined. The streets were quiet, and the buildings were small and colorful. There were a few shops, a local market, and a small cafe near the main square. Everything felt calm and simple. I started my day by walking around the town center. I visited the market and looked at the fresh fruits, vegetables, and handmade products. The people at the market were friendly and greeted me with warm smiles. After spending some time there, I decided to explore further. I walked down a narrow street that led away from the main square. At first, everything seemed easy to follow. The streets were quiet, and there were only a few people around. I enjoyed the peaceful atmosphere and took my time walking. As I continued, the streets became smaller and less familiar. The houses looked similar, and there were fewer signs to guide me. After a while, I realized that I did not know where I was. I stopped and looked around, trying to recognize something. But everything looked the same. That was the moment I understood that I was lost. At first, I felt a little nervous. Being lost in an unfamiliar place can be uncomfortable, even if the place is quiet and safe. I tried to remember the way I had come, but I could not recall the exact path. Instead of panicking, I decided to stay calm. I told myself that it was a small town, so I would eventually find my way back. I continued walking slowly, hoping to find a familiar street or a sign. After a few minutes, I saw an old man sitting on a bench outside a small house. He looked relaxed and was watching the street quietly. I walked toward him and greeted him politely. "Excuse me," I said. "I think I am lost. Could you help me find the town center?" He looked at me with a kind smile. "Of course," he said. "This town can be a little confusing for visitors." His voice was calm and friendly. He asked me where I had come from and what I had seen earlier. I tried to explain as clearly as possible. He listened carefully and nodded. Then he gave me simple directions. "Walk straight down this road," he said, "and then turn right when you see a large tree. After that, you will find the main square." I thanked him and started walking again. As I followed his directions, I paid more attention to my surroundings. I noticed small details that I had missed before, such as flowers in front of houses and children playing in small yards. Even though I had been worried before, I now felt more relaxed. After a few minutes, I saw the large tree he had mentioned. I turned right and continued walking. Soon, I began to recognize the streets. Finally, I saw the familiar cafe near the main square. I had found my way back. At that moment, I felt relieved and happy. Getting lost had been a little stressful, but it also turned into an interesting experience. I decided to sit at the cafe and rest for a while. As I sat there with a cup of coffee, I thought about what had happened. Getting lost had allowed me to see parts of the town that I might not have discovered otherwise. I had seen quiet streets, simple houses, and the daily life of local people. More importantly, I had experienced the kindness of a stranger who helped me. That small moment reminded me that people are often willing to help if we ask. After resting, I continued exploring, but this time I stayed closer to the main area. I also paid more attention to directions so that I would not get lost again. As the day came to an end, I felt grateful for the experience. The small town had given me more than just a peaceful environment. It had given me a story to remember. Sometimes getting lost is not a bad thing. It can lead us to unexpected places and teach us important lessons. It teaches us to stay calm, to ask for help, and to appreciate the journey. Even though I was lost for a short time, I gained a meaningful experience. That day in the small town showed me that even simple trips can become memorable adventures. And sometimes the best stories come from moments when things do not go exactly as planned.